Hi guys, you're going to watch a brief presentation about the group project that you'll be starting today. At this point in time, you should already have your computer with you, you should have a pink handout sheet, and your desk should be cleared. If you have any questions as I'm going through this presentation with you, just go ahead and raise your hand and wait patiently. Okay, so if you created a poster about a text that we've read, what would be on that poster? Well, right away, obviously, the first thing would be your text title. The second thing would probably be the name of the author, and then of course the last thing would be an illustration of some sort. That's exactly what we have going on today. You're going to be working with a group to create a poster for a text that we've read in the past. Kind of think of it as like a movie poster or even a book advertisement for the group of sixth graders that will be coming in to take your spot this year. What you're creating for them is sort of a preview of what they'll be learning for the rest of the year. Our clear target says, today we will discuss guidelines for our group poster projects so that we can understand how to complete the group poster assignment. We'll know we've got it when we can finish our assigned group poster. So before I get started, I do want to let you know that today is pretty heavy as far as guidelines go and understanding what it is exactly that you're going to be doing. This really is not a class period designed to get your project completely finished. So what is a group poster? A group poster is a poster about an assigned text that is completed by a designated group. So you will be working with 3 other people. Some of you might be working with just one other person to go ahead and create a poster depicting whichever text you choose. Obviously, by working within your group, there are going to be group roles. And I think I just now mentioned that you're going to be working with 3 other people, but that would have been incorrect. You'd be working with 2 other people because there's a total of 3 in a group. There are 3 different positions. The first one is a leader/writer. This person is going to be responsible for turning in your project, picking up your project on the days that you work in class, but also taking the role as a writer, so making sure that the names of the text and author are written on your poster nice and neatly, and it looks really pretty. The designer is going to be sort of the person who collaborates with the whole group to design the poster, what you want it to look like. So that kind of might be your person that's sketching out your ideas. And then lastly, you have an illustrator. The illustrator kind of sort of has the responsibility of actually putting to paper what the designer has sketched out. So on your poster paper, the illustrator is really sort of drawing the actual illustration. It says colors the picture, but I think that you're all capable of coloring, so that's probably a job that you would all share. And plus, if you wanted to get it done in a timely manner, you would probably have all hands on deck and each person would be coloring in your poster. So what is it that you're doing? Like I said, your group, you're going to be working on any text that we've studied. On your pink paper, you can see that you've got a list of different texts that we've gone through, and we'll review that together, me and you. At the end of this PowerPoint, you'll confer with your group members to decide what text you'd like to use. So once we finish with this presentation, you're going to need to get with your assigned group members to actually discuss, hey, what text do we want to do, and then you'll come talk to me and let me know. So on the pink handout, you have a set of instructions. The first rule for you is be respectful in your group. Be nice. That's pretty simple. The way that you're going to talk and get along with your group members is probably going to be a little bit nicer than it would be if you were talking to your siblings. I know I talk about my brother and my sister all the time, so just know that that's probably something that I would do. Be focused. There should only be discussions about your poster, so I know that it can be really easy to get off track. I do it all the time, but try to maintain your focus because you have a limited amount of time to complete this project in class, and it's not something you can take home, so you need to make sure that you're focused. And make sure you're quiet. When I say you're quiet, I don't mean you have to be silent. You can't really collaborate if you're not talking, but you can, however, be not very loud. You can be pretty silent. Whisper if you need to, talk low. It just makes for a more conducive working environment. And then lastly, ask questions. Please ask me if you have any questions, but at the same time, you guys have been with me all year long. If you know the answer to your question or you think you know the answer, the likelihood is that you're probably correct. Only come talk to me if it's a major question that you think would impact your grade. So let's go ahead and look over this handout really quick. So let me find it over here. Oh, wrong thing. IRP. Your handout is here. So I have it on the computer, so it's going to be white. Oh, that's your IRP. Just kidding. Go back, go back. Where did it go? That's your guideline selection sheet. That doesn't count. Oh, shucks. I don't know if I have it. Let's see. Oh, I do. Group poster guidelines. Here we go. Okay, so just like I said, mine's white, yours is pink. We're going to go through this really quick. Once you're finished with the presentation, you'll actually take this pink paper with you and you'll write down all of your group members' names. So each person will have his or her own paper, and I'll know whose it is because obviously your name would be first. So it says your group has been assigned a text poster to complete. Follow the directions below in order to have a fantastic poster, and that has everything you need. Down here, these are your texts. So the first one would be Call Me Maria. Second would be The Road Not Taken. Text 3 would be 12 Angry Men. I Too Sing, We Were There Too. Sweatshop, Diary of Anne Frank, Ghetto of Rohatyn. John Smith and Pocahontas, The Perfect Storm. Soup Kitchen, My First Night Homeless. A Collection of Castles, Dracula specifically. Outdoor Education, Into the Woods. Light, Fire, Hope, The Telltale Heart, The Most Dangerous Game. You just did your independent reading project over these two texts, so I don't know that you would necessarily want to pick those because I feel like we're kind of beating a dead horse. But you have 12 other texts that you can choose from. Let's talk for just a second about here, text 3, where it says Biography of Reginald Rose, The Joy of Jury Duty, 12 Angry Men. 12 Angry Men is bolded because that's really your anchor text. So that should be the main text that you're advertising if you choose text 3. But you are allowed to, like in the background, mention something about The Joy of Jury Duty or mention something about the Biography of Reginald Rose. It's sort of like you've got your main showing, but then you're also showing like what comes hand in hand with that. So that could be a cool option. Let's go ahead and go back to our PowerPoint presentation because this is pretty self-explanatory. So, you're pretty much ready to begin now that you've looked over the handout with me. What you're going to do now would be to go back to the assignment on Google Classroom and click on the attachment that says Group Assignments. This is where you'll find who your group mates are, and after you've looked over your group assignments, you can go ahead and I would probably write down their names on your pink paper. And then you can go ahead and log out of the computer. But before you log out, actually, let me back up for a second. You need to mark done. So I'm going to exit out of here for a second. So when I go back to Google Classroom, this is what it looks like for me. And I see group assignments, 4th period, because that's what class I'm in. After I go through here, I'm going to see where it says done, not done, and I'm going to select whatever I need to make sure that it says done. If you're not selecting done, I can't give you credit for the activity, so make sure that you're selecting done. Other than that, you're ready to log out and make sure that you look over your group assignments so you know who your groups are. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I would hurry up and get with your group and pick out a text because guess what? It's first come, first serve, which means not everybody can be working on the same text. So, good luck.